is the block that's immediately south of Founders Park. It's where the Public Works Garage and the police station are. And that's residential? I mean, it's 3/4 government and 1/4 commercial, and we think it's residential? You know, Main Street and Walnut.
That's correct.
And then the last question I have, well, not quite. There is a square of rural residential land. Why is that land rural A2?
Councilmember Coop, the property you're referring to is the Divine property. If you recall during the discussions, the other council members may recall, Planning Commission, they had asked at the time that the comp plan was being worked on, they asked to have that left alone. And the council at that time had agreed to leave that property A2.
But it's A2 because it's agricultural?
It's been zoned A2, and it's guided to be the same.
But it's the same because it is an agricultural use. That's why we call it agricultural. The use is agricultural, right?
Correct.
So we really, there's no problem with taking agricultural land and zoning it A2.
Correct.
Which kind of gets to the properties of Mr. Townsend and the other one here, Schmidt, yeah. They're agricultural lands just like this up here is, so why can't we call it agricultural?
That decision is up to you.
All right. We have a couple of things that we can hash out. Specific properties. Now, in order to, if let's say we wanted to take an action tonight and then revisit some of this stuff later, how much time do we have? How much time do we have to pass this? You gave us a date earlier.
Correct.
What's the date?
Well, the plan was approved in March of 2009, so we essentially have 5 days ago.
It's old already.
Oh. How come it took so long? What happened? And are we
Why
going to
did
get?
it take so long?
Yeah.
To put together all the changes, it was a lot of work to put together all the changes.
Okay.
What's the penalty for being late? Since we're late.
Mayor and council, there's no stated penalty. Statute doesn't say. Landowner could argue that it's effectively rezoned by the failure of the city to do it, but there is no stated remedy.
What have we got on our agenda for the workshop next week? Mr. Murphy, do we have anything?
Well, if we had a draft agenda on here.
Mr. Mayor, I can speak to that if you mind.
Sure.
Mr. Murphy. Business subsidy policy, code enforcement, Riverview Park, and Episcopalian Church subcommittee.
Pretty full. Pretty full doc. Okay.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I think this is important enough that you don't want to leave this off the agenda.
You mean for next week?
Plugged in this workshop. Maybe push something else back. It's not quite so high priority. Because this could get expensive quickly in an unfair manner, in my opinion.
Council, what's your wish here?
Have it during the next council meeting,
Council meeting?
not a workshop.
You don't want to do this during a workshop? Well, I think we could have, you know, we could arm wrestle over some of this stuff in a workshop. It's a little less formal, but it's still an open meeting. Anybody can come, so. But we typically don't open it up for comment. We just work on our issues. Well, I think we should take a stab at it the next workshop and then bring it to the next council meeting. I'm with you. I want to do both.
And Mr. Mayor, I would suggest that at the next workshop, if you even though granted it's meant primarily for the council, maybe the council could use some judiciousness in allowing some people
Sure.
to
Absolutely.
address concerns that they may have for us to chew on.
Absolutely. It's a less formal setting, but it's still an official city council meeting. We don't pass any resolutions. We make recommendations to the full, when the full city council meets in body in an official city council meeting. So that's really the difference. We just kind of work on stuff. So if, with the indulgence of the council, I will call for a tabling of this issue until the next council workshop, which is the 28th, I believe?
28th, yes.
Yeah. That is a motion to table. Is that legit? I'm looking for a second.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to table till the next workshop. No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, this passes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
can I have clarification on staff direction at this time?
sure.
Is there
Let's take
anything
5
you'd like me
minutes.
to do before the workshop?
Well, what you need to do is basically what you did here. This is, I don't think we need any more information from you.
Okay,
You
thank
put
you.
together a good packet. And we just have to kind of iron out details and discuss the ramifications of changing some of this stuff and what it really means. If we decide that we're going to rezone the rezone, that we need to know what we're in for. And I can't, you know, Attorney Vose, you're more than welcome to come. I don't think you need to be there, but, you know, you can, we'll put you on speed dial. We'll call you. We'll put you on a conference call. Where's Bob Vose when you need him? Okay, I'm going to ask for a 5-minute recess, and then we'll move into business.
There's a house right there, right there. You just changed it from residential to commercial, not you. We, right there, there's a house. Then across the street is an apartment on the bottom, a straight smiles on the top.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But they're some kind of mixed housing, so they're non-conforming now. This guy is non-conforming. I don't even want to think about these guys. This makes no sense that this isn't a parkway. And why is any of this parkland? Why is she changing this, or why is this being changed to parkland if yellow is parkland? Kenny Teeks wants to improve this place. We can't. He's residential. We can't even build our own public works garage there because we're residential.